Hello and welcome to another Zenphi tutorial. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we're going to be going over how you can automate Zenphi form submission. In this example, we're going to be creating a Zenphi form which users are going to be able to use to sign up to a webinar. In this form, they're going to be able to select their time zone as well as provide their e-signature to confirm that they're interested. And then we're going to send them a copy of their responses via PDF. After this, we're going to add them to the Google Calendar based on their time zone. So let's go ahead and get started. The first step to any Zenphi flow is to configure your trigger, which in Zenphi is the action that initiates the flow. Like mentioned, we're going to be using a Zenphi form, so it's going to start the flow whenever a response is received. A Zenphi form is very similar to a Google form, but it does have the additional benefit that you're able to ask them to sign within the form itself. Now, if we click here on this little box, we're going to be able to add questions the same way as you would with a Google form. You're going to click on the plus icon if you wish to add a field, and then you're able to select if the question is short text, paragraph, multiple choice, etc. So here, feel free to add as many questions as you want. Here, we're asking for them to select their time zone, and then down at the bottom, like mentioned, you're able to ask for their signature. So this is one of the fields that are available with Zenphi form, however not with Google form. Once we have built our form, the first action that we have here is called current date and time. What this is going to be used for is to be able to get the date when they signed up. So all you have to do is select a culture, the time zone, and then you can select a format in which you wish to display the date. You can add the time, the day of the week, etc. Next, we're going to generate the PDF that we're going to be sending to them as a confirmation. So as the name implies, this action is called generate document using template. So it's going to take a template that you have in Google Docs and fill in any placeholders with information that you decide. In this case, their answers from the form. In this case, all you have to do is set up a connection to your Google Drive. This is going to grant Zenphi permission to be able to access your docs. So you're going to create a new connection by clicking on the plus icon. This connection can be private or shared. You can also change the name. Once you click on authorize, here you're going to be able to select which file you want to use as a template. So simply click on the Google Drive icon and select it from your drive. Then here where it says destination folder, we have to select which folder we want to save the new Google Docs in. So again, click on the Google Drive icon and you can select a folder from your drive. And then last but not least, you're able to give the new document a name. So if we click here on this icon, this little change is the token picker, which allows us to insert data from previous steps. So here I have named the document with their first name and last name after sign up. So if you wish to do that, you would click here on the chain, you go to your trigger, go to form data, and this would be able to add their answers to these specific questions. Now, very important, if we want to have a PDF format, we have to enable this option. And then down at the bottom, we're going to be able to see all the different placeholders. Now, if we refer to the document that I'll be using as a template, as we can see, here I have their first name, and wherever you wish to replace information, just make sure to put the name within 2 curly brackets. So here I'm going to insert their first name, last name, date, etc. So basically what we're going to do is replace this image in our template with their signature. So all you would do is add an image of the size that you want their signature to appear, and then you're going to right-click, Alt-Text, and then in advanced options, here you're going to add an image placeholder. So in this case, I have indicated signature. And then all we're going to do is one by one indicate which value we want to add to which placeholder. So you can either write manually or you can use the tokens from the trigger by using the token picker, like so. Simply click on add token. Now the signature is going to be an image. So if we scroll down, we're going to be able to see the image mapping here. If you don't see it, you can simply click on add placeholder. And here, where it says image payload, we're going to click on the token picker, go to the trigger, form data, signature, and add the payload. Now, depending on what time zone they chose, I want to add them to the correct Google Calendar event since they're going to be set at different times. So what I'm going to do is use this action called switch by value. You have to select the input, so in this case, it's going to be the answer of the webinar schedule. And here I have written each one of the multiple choice options, and I've also left the default branch as is. I recommend leaving it to be able to handle any errors. And now depending on which schedule they chose, whether it's Australia, Europe, or America, I'm going to add them to a calendar event. So this action is called add attendee. So again, you're going to set up your connection. This is going to give Zenphi permission to be able to access your calendar. you're going to select which calendar you want to add the event to. So I would recommend whoever created the event to do this. And then you have to indicate the event ID. So you can get this information directly from your calendar, or you can use an action like search calendar events to be able to get this information as well. And then all I have to do is indicate who I want to add. If it's more than one person, it would be comma separated. In this case, I have two options. Since one of the questions on the form was their email, I can add that token. And in the settings of the form, I have also enabled authentication to be required. So if I go to Initiator, I can also get their email from here. And then last but not least, I want to send them a confirmation email. So this action is called Send Email Gmail. So it's going to use your Gmail account to be able to send an email. So all you have to do is again set up your connection, indicate who you want to send the email to. You can either use the initiator email or the email from your questions if that's one of the ones that you have. And then down at the bottom, you're able to add a sender display name. You can add a subject. So here basically I'm just thanking them for signing up for the webinar, letting them know that we've added them to Google Calendar as well. And then here in the attachments, if you click on the token picker, you can add the generated PDF. And after you save and publish your flow, let's go ahead and do an example. So we're going to go to the link. Okay, I've gone ahead and answered these questions. Now I'm going to add the signature. This makes it really easy to be able to get their e-sign without having to add a different action as well. And after submitting the form, we can see that here it's going through all of the steps. It's adding me to the event, and it has sent the email. And here we can see the email that I received, which is exactly as we set it up in the flow. I have the PDF attached with all the information here as well as the signature that I added. And if I go to my Google Calendar, I have the event here. And that would be everything. As you can see, it can be very simple to automate your event planning process, be able to manage all their documents in just one flow. Make sure to leave any questions you have down in the comment section. Make sure to check out our other YouTube videos. We go through different triggers, different use cases there. And in the description, you're going to find a link where you can sign up to a free demo meeting. There we can go over ways that Zenphi can help your business and even help you create your first flow for free. Thank you so much for watching.